Well, just one more thing I can blame on the Pilgrims. This is ThanksKilling on Stinker Madness.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness, the podcast about bad movies by bad movie lovers for bad movie lovers. I'm your host, Justin. With me, as always, are Sam and Jackie. This is a Thanksgiving special. The fun thing is I just realized this will come out on Monday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The first time, several episodes ago, when Jackie asked if it was still going to be another episode before Thanksgiving, I was like, I don't think so.
Well, we
like,
get to watch it before Thanksgiving, but
yeah.
Oh, this is bullshit. I could have chosen a Christmas movie.
No, you couldn't have, because then I would have really been angry with you because I just don't want to go down that road again.
No more Christmas movies?
Well,
Screw you, dude. I'm totally picking a Christmas movie.
Oh man, I don't want to go there.
Christmas, the snow's coming
No,
down.
it's not Christmas time yet.
It is when this podcast release. So
In the
screw
future,
you.
In the future, it will be Christmas. God damn it. Well, for now, it's Thanksgiving for us. I hope everybody listening had a wonderful holiday with their families and enjoyed the 4-day weekend. And if you didn't get a 4-day weekend, well, move to Mexico?
Do they have? I don't think they have Thanksgiving in Mexico.
No, but every day is a siesta.
In fact, I think.
Wow.
Oh, boo.
This is stupid. That's why your country never made it out of third world status.
They are not third world. That's even worse than what I
worse.
said.
Yeah, it is. That's worse.
Thank God.
I had.
Oh, they're fourth world?
No, there's no such thing as fourth world.
Oh.
I've explained this to you before. Third world is overused. Third world just means that you're not part of NATO, and they're part of NATO. So
Oh.
guess what? They're not third world.
Oh. That's still a shitty country. Dirty
Nice.
there.
Yeah, we have
One-eyed cats.
listeners there, so I'm going to edit everything because you're being an asshole. Don't take my assholiness and take it further.
They get tired from shooting each other over drugs. That's when they take naps. I figured since we're editing stuff out.
Yeah.
So happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully your dinner didn't attack you.
Yeah, hopefully not. In this movie, dinner doesn't attack per se. Turkey does.
Yeah.
It's not dinner quite yet. That old story of a ancient Indian curse against the white man by gifting the powers of immortality and vengeance to a very foul-mouthed turkey who will go
Foul-mouthed.
around foul-mouthed, yes,
Yeah.
indeed, foul-butted, will come out every 505 years and murder descendants or just white people in general.
Whoever.
Yeah.
He also raped somebody.
Yes. That is true.
He's bad turkey.
I don't think that that's part of the curse. I just think that he's a dick.
Yeah, that's just necromancing and freelancing at the same time.
Okay.
How's that? Yeah, I guess necromancing. Okay, fine. A very shitty movie.
Every time you want to say something bad, you go, did it for the cost of making it with available people. I mean, good job for getting it done.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. I mean, anytime that somebody gets a movie done for virtually no money, you can only say, good job for finishing it. Because a lot of people will even get most of it shot and then get into post-production and be like, fuck this shit.
I'm done.
I'm done. I've had it with this movie.
Yeah.
So they got it done. Good job.
Yeah. And I'm sure that it's paid off in, not maybe spades, but it's paid off.
Well, they sold 1,000 DVDs. You figured they were selling those $10 a whack. So they paid for the experience. I don't know until the streaming business has happened if they've actually made any money in pocket off of it. But
Yeah, I bet you they have, because this is a pretty serious cult hit. This swept through the Netflix when it was on, and everybody was talking about it then. In the same vein as like Teeth was unheard of, and then it gets on streaming and everybody wants a piece of it, and just one of those, you know, once it's there and it's got all the exposure that it's had, we're not the first people on Earth that are talking about this film.
No,
I would be willing to say that they've seen a modest return on it.
they have, and that they got to 110,000 to make the sequel. So
Yeah, exactly. There's enough there to
people were getting paid on that one.
right. So
Especially the turkey puppeteer. I think the turkey puppeteer did a really good job.
yeah, let's talk about the turkey. Is he funny?
Yes. I like that he's made of all plastic.
He looks shitty.
He looks shitty, but
Which
at
is fine.
At the same time, again, for a free movie, good job.
Yeah,
with the
good
mold,
job on the
good
turkey.
job.
Yeah, I like the turkey.
Free art design.
Yeah,
Fine. Better than most people do with no money.
better than most people do. Well, some people do with money.
There's a lot of people that do worse with money.
Yeah.
I didn't really think it was funny.
Okay.
But I'm not a big vulgarity equals comedy guy. So that's where I might not have as much fun with this one, because I think you can be funny with vulgarity, but vulgarity doesn't instantly equal comedy, and that's where they were going with this.
Yeah, it is over the top in the realm of vulgar for quite a bit. I do think the voice actor that is the voice of the turkey did a good job. I personally think the turkey's funny not because of the vulgarity, just because he's a total dick.
I'll give the turkey voice actor and the puppeteer one thing. The turkey's the only good actor in the movie.
Yes.
And it's almost on purpose. I mean, it's definitely on purpose. Like, everybody else is a caricature, but the monster isn't. So the turkey is doing a good job and everybody else stinks.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really carrying the movie on his back. That was a
On his plumage.
Yeah.
that was a football joke reference.
Was it?
Demarius Thomas is carrying the team on his back.
Okay.
Can we just edit that?
No, we're leaving that one in.
Damn it.
Racism stays.
That's 75 connections that one would have to make to get to, I think, a joke. I'm not even sure. The effects are outlandish.
Again, good for how much it cost.
I agree.
The cartooning in it was ridiculous.
Ridiculous and out of left field, I think.
Yeah.
I appreciated the cartoon sequences.
So do you think that was an actual sheep heart at the end? They looked like they weren't going to be able to build a heart so convincing. I think that was an actual sheep heart.
Oh, that comes out of the nerd?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
I thought it looked like a real heart.
Yeah.
Some real bad jokes. I'll confess that. Some are terrible.
Well, there's one in particular that
falls-
gets told 3 times almost.
Yeah. Sometimes you just go, God, nope, that's not it. But in the end, there's like some redemption to the film, because at the beginning you're like, oh boy, uh-oh. And the cast comes out and you're like, oh no, oh God, Jesus, these people suck. And then by the end of the film, their characters have varied from every cliche that's ever existed about this group of dipshits.
Yeah.
That you end up kind of liking all of them. And I like that about this film.
Sure.
That it kind of takes those butt cliches from, like, say, Asylum movies. This is basically the premise to any Asylum movie, except for it's a killer turkey.
And a lot more happens in it.
Yes. And then they toss that on the face. Like, for instance, the football jock ends up not being a dick at the end. He's kind of a sensitive Nancy boy. And the pudgy redneck that is going to eat all the food and tell fart jokes and be like, I wouldn't fuck her with your dick, ends up being the nerd's best friend and like a really rad best friend.
Oh, yeah. They have fun in the park together.
Yes. Some of that I really like. I enjoy that. The only character that really doesn't kind of have any a journey through this film is the slut, who just is a slut through the entire film, which I guess is fine.
See, and the main lady character drove me nuts. Her acne was so bad.
She's got some pretty bad skin.
I wouldn't want to kiss that.
No.
I'd be afraid something would pop on me,
And
it would just
apparently-
gross me out.
Neither did the lead actor, because they never once kiss on film.
Nope.
They cut away every time. But I don't know if that's just because she's like, I don't want to kiss him or what.
Being the director of several free projects, the kissing is one you just sort of write out because here's your best case scenario is you spend 6 times too long shooting something stupid because one of them's going to get the fucking giggles.
Yeah.
It happens every fucking time. It's almost always the girl.
Sure.
But it's like, oh no, I can do it. Just wait a second. Like, oh, good. This is really not leading anything to the story, but we're going to spend all day shooting this one thing just so that it's a goddamn kiss.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the professionals come in. They totally wipe away the facade of caring and just make out with each other. Eat each other's faces. Like Hugh Jackman and Meg Ryan and Kate Leopold. I'm just naming 2 people.
Okay. That's some information I wouldn't have expected you to have divulged from a film I wouldn't have expected you to have seen.
I never saw Kate and Leopold because I saw the one that was made in French before with Jean Reno, which was, I thought, funny. So I hope Kate and Leopold's funny because it's a remake of that other movie that was so much better, probably.
This is not where I expected this podcast
No,
to go.
no.
Let's get into this thing.
Yeah, and it's odd that we would talk about other things when there's just a couple of bare tits looming above us as the first thing to talk about.
Within 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Tits.
It is the opening shot.
It's
Is
a
a
nipple.
boob.
Uh-huh. It is indeed.
A very large boob.
Ye olde time pilgrim boobs
Uh-huh.
And they're looking good.
from famed actor Wanda Lust.
Yep.
Probably a stripper or a hooker.
Or somebody's mom. You never know.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. With a name like Wanda Lust,
That's a fake name.
it's a very strippery name.
It is. It's one that you make up because you have to go back to work at the library the next day. But
Mm-hmm.
you took the girls around the block on the TV that one time.
Well, she's got her boobs out for some unknown reason. She's just in the forest by herself.
I've got 2 possible answers for what she's doing with her boobs out.
It kind
One.
of looks like she's taking a dump. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Okay, well that's a third.
Okay.
As a lady, you do not take your boobs out to take a
No,
dump.
but her face and she's leaning against a tree. It kind of looks like she's shitting in the woods, but it still doesn't explain why her boobs are out.
Well, that she's already running from the turkey at that point.
You think she's already running from the turkey?
Yeah.
That's what I think too.
Okay, all right.
But let's say about why is she topless before she starts running from the turkey?
Correct.
So let's go back a little further. The 2 options. One, she as in any Thanksgiving, you eat too much. She's walking it off while she's doing it. Just gonna air out her boobs.
Yeah, get some air down there.
Because that's something that needs to happen.
Maybe she got some turkey lodged in her chest, like her esophagus, and she thinks that maybe her pilgrim garment is a little too tight. So if she can free it up, the turkey will go down.
She's got. Well, I just came up with a third option.
Okay.
We'll go. Option 3 is now option 2. The top white section, she's a messy eater, so she just had to take that part off.
Ah, yes.
She's got it in the river with some OxyClean, getting the power of oxygen to clean that out.
Vance is down there with a ShamWow.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Option 3 was that she just ran out of thread when she was making her clothes.
I'll stop here.
I ran out. Okay, it's a good spot to run out. I'm not saying anything.
I got the butt covered, okay?
Yeah.
Give me credit. Well, anyway, she gets she trips over a rock and the turkey comes up on her. I'm going to try to do my best turkey. Nice tits, bitch. That's pretty much it.
Sounds like about the same.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's the opening line of the movie.
Yeah, it is. Rack and then nice tits, bitch. So you know where this thing is headed already.
Yeah.
Cut to the present at a community college, I'm going to assume.
Oh, yeah, because none of these people are smart enough to get into an actual university.
I can't tell that they're not in high school and they're just driving home, and they had to camp out on a 1-mile drive.
I can tell you why they're in college. Because of the soundtrack. This is a college rock.
Oh.
It's that like cliche but college music that's at the front of every like, whoa, this is a college sexy movie.
I don't even know if these people could get into a community college.
Well, they're pretty dumb.
I'm thinking this might be a technical school.
Okay, fine.
Like an ITT Tech.
It's post high school. It's post high school though, I think. And they come out, and they suck. There's the jock, the virgin. I don't know, but she's the virgin
She's
archetype.
the sole survivor.
Yeah.
Archetype.
The Sluts McGee, the fat pig boy, and the nerd.
Yep.
The nerd gets invited for the weekend because he's friends with the fat pig boy.
Who I guess is friends with quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who's not like when they say, "Hey, you're the quarterback for the so-and-sos."
The Tritons.
Tritons. Okay, sure. What they're not saying is you're the quarterback, period. Because if he's the quarterback for that school,
Mhm.
they wouldn't need to identify the mascot. This is a very interesting point. Is he like just in the West Kentucky Mud League or something? Like he's semi-pro bar league football, who's also going to
It's an interesting
this
theory.
school.
Yeah, or maybe he doesn't even go to the school. Maybe he's just there to pick up the girls
Oh, yeah.
because it's Thanksgiving break and they're gonna go party.
He just carries around a football and walks around campuses.
Shit, yeah.
Absolutely. So
Gun
they
show.
get in his Jeep.
Oh no! Don't skip past the gun show that he gives the nerd.
I don't want to talk about the gun show.
He did give him the gun show though, and that's
Yeah.
a move you use on ladies.
Okay, all right,
And the nerd's like, "Yeah, look at those muscles."
pretty awesome.
It was a very awkward, weirdly written scene
Yeah, a little.
that I enjoyed.
Okay. They're gonna go out to the woods. Well, actually, where's their final destination? Is it just their hometown?
Yeah, so that's the other thing you have to assume. So my assumptions based on these limited conversations at the front end prior to entering the Jeep is that they all go to a school. He doesn't actually play quarterback for that school,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all from the same hometown, which is
Just over there.
2-hour drive.
Yeah.
Well, she says a couple hours, but it seems like it took them all fucking day to get down there.
Well, it takes them longer than that because along the way the Jeep breaks down
Oh yeah.
and they have to camp in the woods. But speaking of the woods, there's a woods man, and he lives out there, and he's got a dog named Flashy.
And his name is not Ted Nugent.
No.
He did look a lot like Ted Nugent.
He looked. I was like, wait, Ted Nugent. I was worried that I had missed something.
Uh-huh.
The first time I saw him, I was like, oh fuck, if Ted Nugent is in this movie, and I didn't get that in the .5, I'm gonna fucking hear about it for the whole episode. So I'm like, oh shit, I got a better look at him. It's not Ted Nugent. He's
It is definitely not Ted Nugent.
not Ted Nugent.
But let's call him not Ted Nugent.
His
for
name
the
is not
sake.
Ted
Yeah.
Nugent. Yeah.
And his dog is named not Lassie because it sure seems like he's yelling Lassie, but it ends up being Flashy.
Yeah.
And it is a collie.
Yeah, and she's wandering out in the woods, and she finds a totem, like a little miniature totem on the
Looks like a
ground.
turd with some paint on it.
Yeah,
It's one of those that you get at the when you go see the orcas in Washington State.
Mhm.
They sell them for like $2.
yeah,
It's one of those jobs.
yeah. Okay, it's buried in some leaves, and she's like, "Well, I'm a dog. I got to piss on shit." So she pisses on it, and I guess the piss interaction causes the turkey to be revived, or is it just turkey time?
It's just turkey time. Because
It's been 505 years
Yeah.
later. He's getting up from his nap and gets pissed on in the face by a dog.
Mhm.
Okay, all right.
It's the same. He has the same bad morning as Shakes the Clown.
Well, he's not real happy about getting pissed in the face. So, unfortunately, Flashy doesn't make it. And so he's out. He's loose. And at the sheriff's house, which happens to be... I hate doing this to her, but I don't know her name.
Sure.
So
The-
for the sake of this podcast, we're going to have to call her Susie Pizza Face.
Okay.
See, I was trying to avoid most of it because it's like she's just not that hot. I'm sure she's done well. At this stage in life, she probably wouldn't go out with me.
Probably not.
So it's hard to make fun of her, but I don't remember her name either.
You
Well,
just
here's the
can't-
deal.
You can't have a close-up of somebody's zit on their cheek. You just can't on film. Doesn't matter.
It's not just one. It's like 10.
Yeah,
it's a patch.
it's a few zits.
But here's the deal, though, with her is that I think her name was Chris,
Mhm.
but Then the nerd calls her Crystal at one point,
Mhm.
and then the jock calls her Kristen.
Mhm.
So it's a K name.
So Susie Pizza Face.
Susie Pizza Face, yeah.
So her dad's the sheriff
Yes.
of this whatever town. And this may very well be my favorite scene in the whole movie already happening. He's drinking some coffee and he's like, damn, this coffee tastes like shit.
Yeah.
And his wife's like, that's because it is shit. I took a dump in it.
Where he asked her, he's like, did you take a dump in this? And she's like, as a matter of fact, I did. And
I
then
want a divorce.
shakes it in his face.
And shakes the turds right in his face.
And then she leaves and he's like,
She's gone for the rest of the movie.
has a conversation. Like immediately that's when she calls him and he's like, yep, your stepmom left me.
He's not really very vexed by this.
No, he just got
Shit
poop in his
coffee.
mouth.
Yeah.
Like she made her point.
Yeah, like, well, all right, fair enough.
Fair enough.
So I'm burning my first question. Do you clean out that coffee pot and continue to use it?
I think this particular sheriff does.
Does, yes.
I think the rest of humankind would not.
Yeah, I think he would just reuse it.
He's not perturbed by the fact that he's been divorced now, because I guess that's all it takes, and he just drank shit.
hmm
It's just another day in Susie Pizza Face's dad's life.
It's tough to be the sheriff.
It's so gross. The turds look pretty good in that shot, too.
It's funny.
It doesn't have to do anything except be lumpy and it works.
Yeah.
That is vulgar humor, and it's funny.
Yeah, well, it's a poop joke.
Yeah. So I like this one. Just because she's like, is this the best way that she could bring up this news?
Well, it's also, they both really sell it. Because he's like, dialed it to 15
Uh-huh.
the whole time he's on screen at any point. And she only has one line and she doesn't deliver it well, but she's at least enthusiastic.
Mhm.
And then there's fake poop. So it's just like, wow, this scene here got it right.
Did she take a dump in the coffee pot before or after she made the coffee?
These are the real.
How would you go about doing this?
Now that's the question is that whenever you use poo as revenge, the gathering method.
I think she poured the water in the coffee pot,
Uh-huh.
got the coffee ready, measured it out, went in, took a big shit in the coffee pot, and then just started brewing
Just
it.
started brewing coffee.
That way, when it's
Okay.
all the way full, it's got a nice cooked-in flavor.
Mhm.
Because the shit's just sitting there at the bottom. It hasn't
Yep.
floated
on the
up
burner.
yet.
Yeah, you're right.
It's on the burner. It's probably burned on there a little bit, and that way, even if it does float, it's still got the aroma.
It is.
It's cooked in.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you have to put the poop in after you brew the coffee, otherwise it's a tip off. Like when there's hot steam, like, is that Folgers or human shit?
The best part of waking up.
You just start waking up gagging, bah, bah, bah. Just making some coffee, are you?
So, yeah, their Jeep breaks down in the middle of nowhere, and they decide that this is where they're going to camp. And along the way, the nerd has also confessed that he's going to bang a lady. Or somebody, who knows?
He's gonna have sex with someone in the car.
Someone in the car. He's really jacked about this weekend. He's never been invited anywhere in his life. He's going to have fun. He's going to get wasted.
He's going to go skinny dipping without any clothes on.
No clothes on. He's ready to party.
In November.
Yeah, so they're pretty jacked up about this
Yeah.
camp spot. Like, hey, man, perfect. Let's throw down. Woo! They really don't have much of a party. I'm gonna put this out there. This is not really a party that. This just looks like camping.
In my late 30s, I'm partying harder than those kids do.
You might be.
Oh, a lot harder.
Yeah. They got Keystone Light, and they may have drank 4 of them.
Maybe. Well, I don't even know if the nerd gets hardly any because his best friend slaps the Keystone out of his hands because he didn't pay for it, I guess. Because he wants to get drunk by himself in a camo sleeping bag.
Yeah, right. Well, along the way, the nerd finds a sign that says Crawlberg. And he's like, oh, guys, we can't stay here. There's a sign that says Crawlberg. And they're like, what the fuck does that mean? And so he explains that back in the day, there was an ancient Indian curse put on the Pilgrims. And to Billy's ancestors or Johnny's ancestors, I guess, were involved.
Billy. They know for sure that
No,
Billy.
Johnny's the football guy.
Yeah, but they show Billy.
Oh,
as-
Bill. Oh, okay. Billy's the.
in the drawing.
Yeah, you're right. Well, the girls get scared by the story and that there's a killer turkey out on the loose, and they offer up their tents individually to Johnny, which begs the question: were either of them Johnny's girlfriends at the start of this?
No.
No.
And I also, the other question, there's only 2 tents.
Yes.
And they both get into the same one after things go south.
Yes.
Huh. If things wouldn't have gone south when they both said, you have room in my tent, is it that same tent still?
There's not room in that tent.
Did that cock-blocking turkey just prevent Johnny Football from a very awkward threesome?
Probably.
Huh.
Do me. No, do me.
And
Do
then
me.
anytime
And then they just get into a cat fight.
there's any silence, you can hear flapping from the other tent.
And Billy is just out in the grass, still sitting by the fire by himself because he
Yeah.
doesn't have a tent. Okay. Well, Susie Pizza Face, she leaves to call her dad. She's like, oh, shit, I forgot. I got to go call Dad. And the turkey finds her out in the woods, and she screams like, ah! And I guess that hurts him, and so she's able to get away because he's being in pain from her squealing.
I thought his foot was caught in a log.
Yeah, his foot's caught or something. I don't know what he's not really, he's still like getting up. I
Okay.
guess. He didn't have
It's groggy.
a big heaping cup of Folgers poo to wake him up this morning. So he's a little groggy.
Well, she gets back to camp, and she tells everybody, but nobody believes her. And she's like, fuck you guys, I'm going to bed. And suddenly a bunny gets chucked into the fire that has clearly been killed by a turkey.
Yeah, who can throw pretty good.
Yeah. Yes, he can. So they're like, the clues are starting to add up. Maybe everything isn't what it seems. But they all go to bed, and the next day the woodsman's there poking Billy with, like, hey, I saved your life last night. The turkey came. He was going to kill you. Bullshit. Yeah, look at this turkey shit on your chest.
That was the best.
You owe everything to me, son.
Yeah, get on out of here.
This place ain't safe. There's a damn turkey loose.
Damn turkey.
Killed my dog, Flashy. Now I will get that turkey. I will have my revenge.
You could almost be a redneck in a different life.
Different life?
I'm so sorry.
How dare you?
What I meant is that we couldn't keep your legs closed if you were the John Bonanzi case.
John Bonanzi.
That's not how good that joke went over to.
Yeah,
At
that's
least
better.
you guys laughed at this one.
Let's guess it's
Tonight on 60 Minutes, who killed John Bonanzi?
Nancy Grace comes back to television to reopen in the John Bonanzi case.
So many suspects. Was it Burt Bacharach? Or Mr. Wiggins, the
I believe it was
amusement park owner?
As it turned out, John Bonanzi was killed by Colonel Mustard with the candlestick in the basement.
And he would have got away with it if it hadn't
Yeah.
been for you kids. They get the Jeep fixed with a pair of vice grips. So, best mechanic ever, I would say. Don't really know what the problem was to begin with, but he just tightened something up and good to go.
He also does not put the hood straps back in place.
Oh, yeah.
So that hood, once they hit a certain speed, is going to fly back up into the windshield.
Probably break off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've owned a
Fucking
Jeep.
Chrysler.
And you know what? The one I had, you do not want that hood flipping up. It's made out of solid metal.
Oh, you don't want, but
And
other
it's
hoods you
bolted
want
in
'em.
there.
Any other hood, take it right in the windshield.
It's fine.
It's like can't see shit, but whatever.
You know what?
I'll just keep going.
Yeah,
It's safe. It's not
Yeah.
metal.
just rolling down the freeway at 90 miles an hour in a Mazda, and the police are like trying to play. It's fine. It's a shitty hood.
Yeah, it's not,
It's not-
it's not metal. It's good.
It's not metal. It's crap. Don't worry about it. If this was a Jeep, I would pull over.
Oh my
Because
god.
that's fucking dangerous, man. Are you kidding me?
Safari style. Shut up, you two. On with the movie.
So they're back on the road.
Dangerously back on the road.
The turkey, however, is also on the road because he's hitched a ride with some guy who's like, doesn't realize that he's a turkey, I guess, or doesn't care. He's like, ass, gas, or grass. Well, I'm out of gas, so I guess I'll offer up some ass. The turkey goes in there and offers up some turkey ass.
Yeah.
The guy's gonna fuck this turkey.
He is going to do it.
Yeah. But the turkey has a shotgun.
Where was he keeping this shotgun?
The turkey
In his
just.
plumage.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
And he makes the guy call his daughter
Yeah.
before shooting him in the head.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's a dick move,
It
turkey.
is.
Well, he now has a car, so he drives off. The turkey drives off.
I thought that was a funny looking scene.
Yeah.
When the turkey's behind the wheel and he starts going.
Mm-hmm. They make it to wherever town they're going to, and they drop the slutty girl off. And Johnny gets home, and his dad won't speak to him. He's really bummed out because his dad...
Because 3 weeks ago he broke his leg and he's been the second string quarterback of the Titans.
Right.
Tritons?
His dad won't talk to him.
I guess.
How dare you be the backup quarterback, you piece of human shit. I hate you. You're not from my loins. You're an embarrassment to this family, this name.
Everything.
I was the quarterback of the Wildcats,
Sure.
and you are no son of mine.
None.
Get out of here.
And I don't like your tattoo either.
Tattoo sucks, and so does your face.
Yep.
So he's like, "Oh, well, I'll just lie to him." Hey, Dad, good news. I'm the starting quarterback. And his dad's like, "All right, way to go, son. You're the best son ever."
Mhm.
And Johnny's like, "Yeah, cool." And then all of a sudden, the turkey shows up behind them,
and kills his father, which is this is, I guess, the only time you lie.
Huh?
If your father's going to die believing that you're the quarterback, it doesn't really matter.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I thought that was a really good lesson in this movie. Was
That's my takeaway. No,
you know
that's
what?
my takeaway.
If your dad's gonna hate you, he might as well hate you for a real reason. So you should just lie about shit.
Yeah, there you go. Then he can die by turkey on a knife peacefully.
Yeah, turkey
Yeah.
decapitation.
Turkey takes his cigar as well.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah, he's smoking it.
Hey, Johnny, go deep. He tosses his head to Johnny.
Now, here's a good question. And it's not one that I had written down. If that happened to you, would you catch the head?
No.
No.
I think mentally you wouldn't even think about it. It would just something's coming at you, you would catch it.
Hmm. We'll have to ask the Mythbusters on that one.
So we've set up a scenario where we're going to decapitate your father.
First, we need a killer turkey.
Yeah, first. Well, I don't really know if that's the method of the decapitation.
You
is
gotta
important.
recreate the
Entire thing.
the entire scenario, Sam. Otherwise, that's not the scientific method.
Okay.
That's just winging it, buddy. That's not how we do science in America. You gotta have a killer turkey. You gotta kill somebody's dad who doesn't like his son unless he lies to him, and then chuck his head at him.
Well, all right.
All these independent variables could affect the results, Sam.
Okay.
What if he didn't lie to him and he's like, "Fuck it, I'm not catching that head."
Or if it was just one of those you really fake the results by just finding a person saying, "Hey, so-and-so," and as they turn around, you yell, "Think fast."
Uh-huh.
You throw it. They obviously catch it.
Oh
and
my
they look
God.
down. It's their father's head.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ. that skews the results.
I was just getting along with him.
Yeah, but he would obviously catch it in that
Sure.
circumstances
Absolutely.
versus this one, I suppose.
So Johnny swears vengeance as well. I'm gonna get you, turkey
Yeah, but before he does that,
dick.
he's having a monologue in the Jeep on his way to somebody's house.
Mhm.
And he's like, no more pumpkin pie. No more turkey stuffing. Brr. And he's talking about all the things he's not going to get from his mom and dad that are now dead because his mom was in the kitchen dead.
Yeah, his mom's dead as well.
Turkey! Ah!
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, my dad. Like an afterthought. Oh, and my dad's dead.
Yeah. Well, Slutty has found a new guy. Some random streetwalker fella, I guess.
It's probably just the neighbor.
Yeah. Could be.
It's good to have a neighbor.
No, he seems completely unfamiliar with what's going on here. Like, he knows that he's going in to bone, but he's like, whoa, I can't believe this is happening to me.
He's somebody's cousin that's visiting from out of
Oh,
town.
that could be, yeah.
It's her cousin that's visiting from out of town.
Yeah.
So she bones him, and the turkey sneaks in and watches for a little while, but then he kills the guy by...
It looks like he tears his throat out.
Yeah, he's dead. And she's like, oh, wait, what? And so the turkey takes over. The turkey fucks a lady.
Yep.
Becomes a rapist.
But this is why I thought they knew each other, because she's like, you never last very long, so-and-so. Like, they've done this before. it's part of his gig.
Yeah.
Is he comes, he's like, oh no, your parents are going to hear us. It's like part of the shtick.
They don't care, they're drunk.
Yeah, that's his whole deal. Every holiday he gets a freebie, but he has to put on the act. Or he thinks so anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Before getting killed by a turkey.
Right. So he bones her. She turns around, sees him, and he's like, you got stuffed! Ha ha! Then he kills her.
Then he breaks her neck.
I guess.
I think. Well, the crew show up. They're like, oh, well, we should go check on her because maybe the turkey killed her. And sure enough, the turkey killed her. They find her body, a feather, and an extra small gravy-flavored condom.
Well, at least the turkey is practicing safe sex. He knew she was a slut.
And he's got a very small dick.
He is a turkey.
Well, it's a turkey.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah.
It's not all about the size of his gobbler.
Mm-hmm. The bigger the gobbler, the... It's like shoes. I don't know.
That turkey went bowling. Everybody knew.
Do you think that this is the fudge packer of the entire movie?
The gravy condom thing?
Gravy flavored condom?
No, I think it's an afterthought.
Okay, all right. Well, I think it's a fairly decent joke.
It is.
So they decide to read up on killer turkeys and how to dispatch them. And, the libraries are going to be closed. Where are we going to get this information? My dad has a bunch of books. I bet you he has a book on how to kill spooky turkeys. You're right.
Oh, yeah. Wait, why does your dad have 15 apple boxes full of nothing but Danielle Steele novels?
So they're going to head to Susie Pizza Face's dad's house, the sheriff's. But the turkey gets there first. And he's dressed in disguise.
Yes. So the turkey has disguised himself as Groucho Marx. And the sheriff has disguised himself as the turkey.
You're right, because I guess there's a costume contest.
At his house by himself, now that he's getting divorced.
They're going to the ball.
Oh.
The turkey Thanksgiving ball.
Yeah, the policeman's turkey ball.
Okay. So he's like, hey, well, I guess come on in. I think you're just a little person. You must be my daughter's friend. I didn't know she had any friends that were little people. Come on in. So have some coffee. They have a nice, awkward conversation. It's pretty funny.
The stuff involving Sheriff Dad is about the best stuff in this movie.
Yeah, I think so. I could have gone for more Sheriff Dad. He's like, the turkey's like, well, I gotta admit, this is pretty awkward. I think I'm gonna go. The dad's like, what a strange little duck. And the turkey's like, oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It's past the line,
Yeah.
bucko.
Rips his face off.
Kills his dad. And Graying shows up, and Turkey answers the door wearing said dad's face. And they buy it.
It's a good costume. I wouldn't have noticed.
Hey, Dad.
Not even the smell or the string.
Yeah, right.
The mustache was on there. That's convincing.
Yeah, that's enough. That's clearly my dad.
Yep. That's the guy.
And so they go to the garage to study up on how to kill turkeys. And they find a book. And it tells them that in order to do it, to remove his invincibility, you must remove his talisman.
Yep.
Then kill him. But they don't know how because the rest of the book is written in code.
Which looks like algebra.
It does look like algebra. Pretty sure it is algebra. So they put the nerd to the task. You got to figure this code out. But Billy walks out to get a sandwich and discovers the disguise. It's a ruse. That's the fucking turkey. So they all run in. Oh no, Dad. Ah, got you guys. You guys are fucking retarded.
Yep.
You guys are fucking stupid. Fucking stupid ass kids.
How'd you buy this costume? This
Yeah.
costume sucks. And he monologues like, I've had enough of you white people, and I'm going to kill all of you because you shit on my people. And the Johnny is like, well, we gave you land and casinos. Isn't that enough? And the turkey, this is so stupid. The turkey's like, well, it almost was, but not enough.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Get ready to die. Billy tackles him, and they pull the talisman off of him. But he gets away. And the nerd cracks the code, and they got to burn him at the stake and read a prayer
Backwards.
to undo his magic. Well, where are we going to find him? Well, he's going to be in two places. He's either going to be in his teepee. Wait. Or he's going to be out killing one of your friends.
Yeah.
Billy! Billy is out wandering the streets looking for food.
They told him that. You're like,
Go look for food
they said,
outside.
go outside, look for some food. So he does.
He just wanders down the sidewalk looking for food. Yeah. And he finds an imaginary cartoon turkey trap. And he's like, oh my God, that looks delicious. So he eats the turkey. And sure enough, it's the turkey. And the turkey punches through his stomach
With a shotgun.
with his shotgun.
Yeah. Fit that in there. It's like Felix's bag, I think.
And the crew walks up and they find him dying. No, Billy. Oh, Billy, no. You're my best friend, Billy. We have a nice best friend, Billy goodbye tribute song. Walk in the park, sharing ice cream with Billy, swinging,
Chest bumping.
chest bumping with Billy, laying in the grass, picking out clouds to imagine what they look like. Billy, oh, Billy, Billy boy.
I thought the his screaming for Billy was funnier than the montage
I liked it all.
because it goes on way too long.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at the teepee, the turkey is making his dinner, which is a salad.
It's a nice salad.
Yeah, nice tossed salad.
He's got a cookbook and everything that he's working from.
Sure, why not?
This is fancy
Yeah.
salad.
He's a modern turkey. He's a modern heir.
And he's like talking about the fiber and stuff as he's
Oh,
mixing
yeah.
it up. And I'm
Mm.
like, okay.
It's very healthy. Got to watch your cholesterol. Nothing like a good salad after a hard day of killing white people.
Mhm.
And the crew just finds it. It's in the park, I guess, too. So they just pull right up to it.
Really off the side of the road.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very shitty teepee.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't know how to make a teepee for this. They were like, just put a sheet with some sticks. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what a teepee is. And the nerd busts in from the back and ties him up.
It's also very much like the TARDIS because they all fit inside of it, and they all are too big for one of them to fit inside of it when you see him standing next to it.
Yep. And they chant the prayer backwards, but the turkey escapes. Runs out the front door of the teepee, but out front is the woodsman. He shoots him in the face with the shotgun. Flies off into the dumpster.
I think Woodsman is too nice.
Yeah.
He's a hermit.
Okay.
They call him Hermit. His name's not Ted Nugent,
Yeah, not
Yeah.
not Ted Nugent.
and he's also found a headband,
Yeah.
and he looks like he's kind of drunk.
Yep. He's one eye in it.
All right. Well, all's good. The turkey is clearly dead. He's in the dumpster. He's got a big hole in him. Let's go watch a movie.
Hey, movies!
Yeah. God, I can't wait. I want to watch this movie. But unfortunately, in the dumpster was radioactive materials.
It's not even a dumpster. It's just your friendly neighborhood radioactive material bin trash can.
That's where you put that.
It looks like the same trash can that we have at our house.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where I dump all of our radioactive bullshit.
It's where you put your leftover Sonic food.
Yeah.
Your
McDonald's.
yeah. There's got to be more radioactive jokes that we could make. Your grandma.
Oh.
Chinese food.
Shiny.
Well, it can't just all be food.
Underwears.
Yeah, your atomic accident underwears that you had from over the weekend from drinking too much Kraken.
Neighborhood cats.
You know, I bet that's the biggest deterrent for raccoons that get into your trash can is if you put a big pair of shitty underwear on the top of it. Like,
That's an interesting theory, Jackie. I wonder.
Huh.
that's it. We're gonna fill our trash can with delicious food, and then you're gonna shit your pants, and then go put them out there on the top of the trash can.
Delicious food.
Ha raccoons! We foiled your plan.
I put a whole fried chicken in there. Now you can't get to it because it's covered in shit.
There's poop on top.
And meanwhile, you stake them out. Like, what are they going to do? And the raccoons show up, go right past the underwear and hit the pot roast. You're like, yeah, underwear didn't even slow that raccoon down. He ate half the pot roast. He's going after the pizza.
God, why didn't I eat that pot roast? Dumbest experiment ever. So, Johnny and Susie, they've now become girlfriend and boyfriend.
Oh,
on
he
the couch.
asked her formally.
Very formally.
Like, this is junior high kind of formal.
He could have slid her a note. Will you go out with me? Check yes, no, maybe. And then she
You
writes
don't
in,
put
I don't know
no.
at the bottom.
You put yes and maybe only.
Yes and totally.
Yes, totally.
And the third checkbox is, do me now.
Not in junior high.
Well, this guy's not in junior high.
Ew.
He does do her now.
Ew, yeah, that was weird.
So he just hands her a note that isn't even a note. It's just a drawing of a veiny wiener and then a smiley face. And she just gets to keep it.
Don't need a response.
Not even, no, it's just for you.
Here you
just
go.
get to keep that.
Oh, Johnny.
Romance.
Well, the nerd's like, I think I got to go to the bathroom. So he goes to the bathroom, and then he visits the kitchen. And the turkey hits him with a turkey timer in the ass.
Hits him with a meat
It's a-
thermometer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a turkey timer.
No, turkey timer is something that's stuck into the turkey with a little red dot, and when the
pop
turkey's
out's
done,
different.
it pops out.
All right, it's a meat thermometer.
And he's 200 degrees, Justin.
You're done, bitch. And he is. He jumps on his chest, tears his tongue out,
That was
then-
gross.
then pecks his heart out. And he sees a dying vision of Billy. Come up here, Billy. Or
Nerdy.
nerdy.
There's no turkeys up here.
No turkeys up here. Johnny goes to check on him. Oh, no. Turkey stabs him with a turkey knife.
Turkey cutter.
Yeah.
Electronic turkey cutter. So that baby's going.
Mhm.
That turkey plugged that shit in and everything.
Mm-hmm.
She runs in there and sees it. She's like, "How are you still alive?" I always come back for seconds. Ha ha ha.
Then she does the most novel thing in the movie by punching it in the face.
Yes.
And it works.
Uh-huh.
Crazy.
Yep.
Such a small animal.
The pair of them run to the shed, and inside she finds a lighter and a spray gun. And so she sprays it in the face with the fire, and it
A spray gun? Don't you mean a can of aerosol?
Yeah, it's a spray gun. Sprays stuff.
It's just aerosol canister.
Yeah, it's an aerosol
Not a
can.
gun.
Spray
Gun.
It's a spray gun.
You're making it sound like it's so much cooler
It's
than it
fucking
is.
WD-40 and a lighter.
Yeah, dude.
She makes a fire spray gun.
It's cannibal
Okay.
paint.
Johnny dies. Oh no. But the turkey's still not dead. It's on fire. Ah, my fucking feathers. So she hits him with a bat across the yard onto a burn pile that's
There's a perfectly set up bonfire ready for him to be
Like-
burned at the stake.
like what they burn witches at.
Yeah.
Just right over there. And not Ted Nugent shows up and he's like, hey, good job. Aces.
And I think I figured out not Ted Nugent's headband
Mhm.
because Jackie said something about getting drunk. So what happens is he puts on the headband when he starts drinking, and then when he's only able to, when he has to do the one-eyed driving thing,
Ah, yes.
he just pulls that down over one eye
All right.
as a natural, and that's where he's at when he meets her at the bonfire. Is he's already one eye in it.
Mm-hmm. He's ready to party.
He's ready to party.
Yeah. I'm drunk. Got a fire.
I have drank Keystone Light until I am seeing double. What are you doing?
Let's hang.
Let's hang out.
You got any lawn chairs?
No, it's all right.
You got any tunes? No. Well, I brought my own because I'm not Ted Nugent.
Yeah. Got you a stranglehold fever. Did you take off your pants?
Well, we get the epilogue. There's a new family, and they're having Thanksgiving dinner. And, oh, shit, the turkey's still not dead, even though he's been burned at the stake like they were told to do.
Sure.
And now he's been fully cooked and ready to serve and eat for Thanksgiving.
Well, he can't be the same turkey.
You can't?
No,
He
they
just
would.
transfers his...
So they're at
spirit?
Thanksgiving, and they're like, "Thank you for this bird that I found outside
in the wood pile.
in a wood pile next to a drunk redneck that looked like he definitely just performed statutory rape on a odd-looking girl."
Maybe they're poor and they like went to the food bank and they're like, "Oh, we'll take whatever turkey you got." Well, you can have this turkey, I guess.
Because somebody took that to the food bank.
Well, what else are you gonna do with it? You can't put it in
There's
the
not going to be nothing left.
radioactive materials bin.
It's like Darth Vader. There's not even any of the helmet left.
Yeah. All right.
Just a beak.
All right. So he transfers his spirit, I guess.
Oh, that's even more menacing.
Yeah.
Spirit wandering turkey. Now that's dangerous.
Get ready for the sequel, bitch. Or something like that.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Credits. Who wants to ask their questions first?
So let's do the 0.5 questions. Start with favorite Turkill.
The Turkillings.
Turkillings. What's your favorite Turkilling, Justin?
I think that my favorite is. Oh man, I thought I had one dialed up. I'm thinking it's the nerd.
Okay.
Because it's pretty gruesome, and I like him getting called to heaven by his friend. But yeah.
Jackie?
I like Johnny Football's dad's death.
Yeah,
Because he has like a really shitty knife and he manages to cut his whole head off and then throw it at Johnny.
And
Well,
it's really the first time in the future, other than Flashy, that he kills somebody. So that's you're not prepared for what the turkey can do, and he's got a fucking knife and cuts a guy's head off. It's a fucking turkey.
And he steals a cigar.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a
Just
good
like
death.
insult to injury.
And don't forget, go deep, Johnny.
Go deep, Johnny.
You're a football guy. Catch this, bitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
I am going with the guy that eats him, and then the shotgun is somehow inside of his stomach.
Yeah, that's pretty wild too.
Pretty wild stuff. How about the favorite one-liner, Jackie?
You just got stuffed.
That's
So
that's
dumb.
pretty good.
That was my favorite.
I'm gonna go with I always come back for seconds. I think that's a good one-liner in any scenario, but it's doubly applicable because it's Thanksgiving. Everybody comes back for seconds. I think that's just funny. That's not vulgar. That's just funny.
It's not really a one-liner, but when he decides to leave the little coffee party with, "Well, this is getting awkward. I'm leaving."
I gotta admit, this is getting pretty awkward. That is funny. Think I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I don't think he has any intention of killing the sheriff.
No.
At that point, he's like, "You know what, Sheriff, you're okay. But this is getting weird, so I'm gonna go home now."
So the first time that this turkey gets called up to bat, right? What do you think happens? How do they get him to not go around killing people? Or does he kill all the white people and then he just kind of fucks off?
All the Pilgrims?
Yeah.
You know, what happened to the Pilgrims? Dun, dun, dun!
Nothing.
They land on Plymouth Rock, they have a fucking picnic, and then you never hear about them again.
I think they made it. Some of them did.
I don't know, man.
Well, Jamestown didn't make it?
No, those were Quakers, not Pilgrims.
I thought those were the ones that didn't make it.
No, the Quakers made it, but not all of the Quakers came after the Pilgrims. They were everywhere. And yes, Jamestown they didn't make it. Neither did Roanoke. You know, the entire colony of Roanoke, Virginia disappeared without a trace. Could have been turkey vengeance.
Maybe. I would think it's probably aliens, but I just am a guy who watches a lot of very good television shows.
Starring that one guy on the History Channel.
Very good television shows that are very factual. Starring Georges Sokolas.
Could the Indians have chosen better for their vehicle of vengeance?
Yeah, there's so many better animals out there that could really fuck somebody up.
Well, it's got to be a North American animal.
Yeah.
Like a bear?
Yeah. No, that's where I'm saying.
A coyote?
Okay, yeah.
A bear.
Coyote. I think a turkey's more dangerous than a coyote.
So a bear or a wolf is going to attract this sort of like burning mob attention. Whereas
pitchforks and
that's really going to arouse too much suspicion, I think. So the turkey is a good choice.
men with white hats.
Because it doesn't really matter what you pick. Even if it's a fucking squirrel, it's magic and it's going to kill.
Well, squirrels can be deadly. They got rabies.
They got rabies.
I mean, I've seen them on the internet with knives, threatening small kittens.
So yeah, I think the turkey's a good medium-sized animal that doesn't seem to pose much of a threat, but then
Right.
Well, that and he can sneak into the places, right? If there's a turkey farm on deck, you can
Sure.
just go in with the other turkeys and be like, yeah, I'm a turkey.
I think he's kind of the same, like, fuck you guys, as the smallpox blankets. Like, hey,
yeah,
you guys are cold, right? Well, here, take this thing that you love and will make you happy. It's killing you. Here, you love turkey on Thanksgiving. Have a turkey.
yeah, no, it's,
No, I like the turkey.
yeah. So did not Ted Nugent and Susie Pizzaface get married?
Well, she does have a nice trailer compared to his outhouse setup.
Oh, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he likes living in the woods.
I think he squats in Johnny Football's dead parents' house.
Oh, yeah, I can see that too. Yeah.
And he has sex with Johnny Football's dead corpse mom.
That's going a little far.
Huh.
I don't think not Ted Nugent is that type of guy.
No, he definitely. I don't think that they get married, but I think that they. She drinks as much Keystone as he did, and then feels bad about what she did the next day.
Yeah, probably.
So the sheriff's wife, could she have just asked for a divorce and probably gotten it?
I would think so.
Because it seems like he's like, well, that's
Okie dokie.
okie dokie. That seems like a lot of. She went too far.
So I think she went too far.
Yeah.
What do you think was the straw that broke the camel's back
His face.
for that marriage? That's my question. What drives you to shit in a
It's
coffee pot?
The fact that he sits at the kitchen table all day long and wears his dumb hat.
I think that it goes back to one of the scenes when he's talking to his daughter. It actually is in the future of the movie where he's like, no tossing in a car, that's illegal.
Yeah.
Is that the straw that breaks the camel's back on the marriage is that he knows every bylaw of illegality that he can't point out. He's constantly pointing out everything that she's doing is illegal until she finally has enough and takes a huge dump in a coffee pot. Which is technically not illegal because he didn't say anything
That's
about
right.
it being
That's
illegal.
true, yeah. All right, the big one. With all of our holiday films, I have to ask, does this film capture the true spirit of Thanksgiving?
Well, it kind of does because they talk about spending time with your family and being thankful for what they're thankful for in the car ride over. And then it just all goes to shit. So I think they might have tried to grasp the straw, but maybe not gotten it all the way.
Okay, Sam, your theories?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with also, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think the true spirit of Thanksgiving is, as Jackie declared, being thankful, spending time with your loved ones. That doesn't really happen in this film. Everybody dies, and I don't really think anybody liked each other that much to begin with. So in the end, nobody's like, man, I'm sure thankful that.
Hey, guess what? You couldn't keep your legs closed like the Joan Ramsey case.
Yep.
John Bonanzi.
John Bonanzi case.
Final
I had to get
recommendations.
it in there twice, just
Nice.
like the movie.
Final recommendations.
Do it.
Yeah, you like it, huh?
Yeah, that was freaking funny. Even the second time around, I still thought it was pretty funny.
Okay. All right. Fine.
It's toilet humor.
Yeah.
I think that in the context of something that costs under $5,000, it's knowing that if you still are ready to go ahead and do it, do it. I was mad with it. I think that there's a number of trauma films that I've seen that were $5,000 and under that I like a lot better. And I think I specifically in the 0.5 was like, you can compare this kind of straight across to Cannibal the Musical, which is far superior.
Oh, very much far superior. Yeah.
But those guys are super funny. It's
Right,
not like you
right.
can get down on these guys. They did get the damn thing done. So I would say, with a grain of salt, yeah, go ahead and do it. I was pretty, not even lukewarm room temperature with the whole experience.
Yeah, it's not great. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's fun enough. I am gonna give it a recommendation for bad movie fans. Be aware of what you're about to get into. But it's just over the top enough for me to just clear it past a 5, which I'm gonna give it a 6, which puts it in the do pile for me. So there is funny jokes, there is funny moments, there's some decent. It's not storytelling, but making fun of similar films that I appreciated, and some nice, good jokes, but some real bad, this is dumb moments. I would compare it to, like, say, Zombievers.
It's much better than Zombievers.
And when you put it next to Zombievers, you're like, it's much better than Zombievers. So there you go. So I give it credit for that.
Yeah.
It's my pick next, and I'm going to pull the trigger on another blockbuster. It's 2012's 2012.
Oh.
No, gotta be a Christmas.
No,
We're
it
in
doesn't.
December.
No, it's my fucking movie. It's 2012. I don't give a shit.
Isn't
2012
2012 a Christmas movie?
Yeah, fuck, it's a Christmas movie.
It's during Christmas.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, that counts.
yeah, it's Christmas 2012.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I'm just saying that.
By Rush.
You asshole! You totally just tricked me.
Yep.
Fuck.
Deflecting the vengeance.
Whatever.
So come back to us next week when we do 2012. Get to the chopper.
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.